The sun was just beginning to rise over Westwood, casting a soft golden glow across the quiet streets. The town was still asleep, wrapped in the peaceful embrace of dawn. But one person was already wide awake, preparing for a day that would change everything. Her name was Evelyn Carter, CEO and founder of Carter Auto Group, one of the most successful car dealership chains in the country. She had built the business from the ground up, starting with a single small showroom and an unshakable dream, but success came with its own challenges. Lately, something had felt off. She had been hearing whispers, employees complaining about unfair treatment, customers feeling pressured into bad deals, and a general sense of disconnect between leadership and staff. This wasn't just business. This was personal. Carter Auto had always stood for trust, honesty, and integrity, values she had fought hard to instill. If these whispers were true, then her company had lost its way and she had to fix it. But how? She could have sent an investigator. She could have held meetings and demanded answers, but Evelyn wanted the truth, the unfiltered, unpolished truth, and the only way to get it, go undercover. The plan required commitment. Evelyn had spent years as a polished, confident executive, her blonde hair always perfectly styled, her wardrobe sleek and professional. Now, she needed to become someone else. She dyed her signature blonde hair a deep chestnut brown, toned down her makeup, and swapped her designer heels for a pair of simple flats. Her usual tailored suits were replaced with modest business casual, a navy blue blouse and a pair of slacks. Even her voice changed. She practiced speaking with a slightly different tone, less commanding, more uncertain. Finally, she gave herself a new name, Lena Adams. A nobody in the world of Carter Auto, and with that, Evelyn Carter ceased to exist, at least for the next few days. As Evelyn, now Lena, stepped into the Westwood showroom, a mix of excitement and anxiety churned in her stomach. This wasn't just any dealership. It was one of her dealerships, yet no one knew who she was. The showroom was modern, sleek, and impressive. Shiny cars lined up under bright LED lights, the scent of fresh leather lingering in the air. A moment later, a tall, well-dressed man walked toward her, his name tag read Brandon Shaw, General Manager. Evelyn had read his file. He had been with Carter Auto for 5 years and was known for breaking sales records. But sales numbers didn't tell the whole story. "Welcome to the team, Lena," he said, his handshake firm but impersonal. He studied her for a moment, as if already evaluating how much she would be worth to him. "We're all about results here," he continued. "If you can sell, you'll fit right in. If not," he shrugged. The unspoken words hung in the air like a warning. Evelyn forced a smile. "Got it." Brandon clapped a hand on her shoulder. "Good. Now, rule number 1, don't waste time on people who can't afford anything." Her stomach twisted. "We push them into the best deal possible," he continued, lowering his voice. "They come in thinking budget, they walk out financing luxury. That's how we play the game." A game. That's all this was to him. Evelyn nodded, pretending to absorb his words, but inside, she was fuming. As the day unfolded, Evelyn quickly realized that the toxicity ran deeper than she had feared. The sales team operated like a pack of wolves. Their goal wasn't customer satisfaction, it was conquest. Customers weren't people, they were targets. The tactics they used were ruthless, overcharging customers on financing deals, pushing add-ons that weren't needed, dismissing concerns, pressuring people into signing contracts they barely understood, and the worst part, they laughed about it afterward, congratulating each other on their wins. At the center of it all was Brandon Shaw. He bullied his team, mocked customers, and cared only about his own commission. This wasn't the company Evelyn had built, and she wasn't going to let it continue. That afternoon, a young couple walked in. They couldn't have been older than 25. Jason and Emily Parker, newlyweds looking for their first car together. Evelyn could tell they were nervous but excited. She stepped forward, ready to help, but before she could say a word, Brandon swooped in like a vulture. "Let me handle this," he muttered, brushing past her. He turned to the couple, his voice smooth and persuasive. "You two are in luck," he said, flashing his signature grin. "I've got the perfect car for you. Top of the line. Safety features. The best deal you'll find." Jason hesitated. "It's a little out of our budget," Brandon laughed. "Come on, man. You want your wife driving something second-rate? You love her, don't you?" Evelyn's blood boiled. This was manipulation. This was deception. This was wrong. She couldn't stay silent. "Maybe they'd like to see something within their budget," she said, her voice calm but firm. Brandon turned, his smirk fading. "Lena, was it? You're new here. Stick to what you know." Evelyn met his gaze. "You're right, I am new. But I know one thing for sure, treating people with respect is the foundation of any good business. And if you can't do that, maybe you're in the wrong line of work." Silence. Brandon's face turned red. His jaw tightened. For the first time, he had no comeback. Evelyn turned to the couple. "Let me show you something that actually works for you," she said gently. They followed her, and Brandon said nothing. By the end of the day, Evelyn had seen everything she needed to see. She called an emergency staff meeting. Employees gathered, confused. Brandon leaned against a desk, arms crossed. Evelyn stepped forward, her heart pounding. "My name isn't Lena Adams," she said, her voice steady. Gasps filled the room. Brandon's face drained of color. "My name is Evelyn Carter. And I own this company." Brandon took a step back, as if he had been struck. "I came here today because I needed to see the truth for myself," she continued. "And what I saw broke my heart." She turned to Brandon. "As of this moment, you're fired." A long silence followed. Then, Evelyn smiled. "Starting today, things are going to change. We're going to rebuild this company, together." The room erupted in applause because true leadership isn't about power or profit. It's about people. As the shock settled and Brandon stormed out, the employees exchanged uneasy glances. Some looked relieved, others uncertain. Change wasn't always easy, but it was necessary. Evelyn took a deep breath. This was only the beginning. She turned to the group. "I know today has been a lot to take in. But I want you all to understand something. This company isn't just about selling cars. It's about trust, about people. We've lost sight of that. But we can fix it." A voice spoke up. Mia, one of the younger salespeople Evelyn had noticed throughout the day, one of the few who had treated customers with genuine care. "Does this mean things are really going to change?" she asked hesitantly. Evelyn nodded. "Yes. But I can't do it alone. I need people who believe in the right way of doing business. People like you." Mia smiled, a flicker of hope in her eyes. From the back, Carlos, the head mechanic, crossed his arms and stepped forward. "I've been here 10 years, he said. "I've seen what this place used to be, and what it's become. If you're serious about changing things, I'm in." Others started nodding. It was a small victory. But it was real. Evelyn smiled. "Then let's get to work." As she walked out of the showroom, the sun had set, leaving the sky painted in deep hues of purple and gold. She had come looking for the truth. She had found something even better. A second chance.